Dr. Maldonado. I'm one of the physicians here at Beacon Orthopedic, and we're here today to talk about some of the big events that we have in the area of Cincinnati. We have Adrian here that have been a big asset to what we're going to talk today. This is a Paddlefest, and that's coming up in August. It's the first weekend of August.
I'm Adrian Angel, so I'm the race director for Paddlefest. So I'd say the Paddlefest is, from my point of view, one of the greatest activities that we have in Cincinnati area on the Ohio River. So the event is paddling 9 miles down the Ohio River from Schmidt Boat Ramp, past Cincinnati, past Northern Kentucky, to Gilday Riverside Park. We get about 2,000 people paddling this course. People can participate in two ways. Most people participate as recreational paddlers. So most of those 2,000 people are just basically getting in with their boats, their kayaks, their canoes, different craft, and paddling at a leisurely pace down the river with the current for the distance. And there's two distances, like you mentioned, 4.5 miles. People get out at the public landing in Cincinnati, and then other people, most people, will paddle the full length, another 5 miles down to Gilday Riverside Park. The youngest participants are 4 years old. That's just the cutoff that we have from a safety point of view. And I think children up to 12 need to have their parental supervision just to make sure that they're staying safe. But other than that, it's people from all ages. Our oldest paddler that we had racing was Mike Fremont, who's 102 years old at the time. He's 103 years old now.
I helped with his kayak I think 2 years ago.
So really it is all people, all ages, everybody's welcome to participate, either recreationally or racing. When I found Paddlefest, I think this is an amazing event. I think the comparison versus the Flying Pig Marathon for running, this is the equivalent Cincinnati event for paddling, and gets 2,000 people out on the river. It's a super cool, very inclusive event. You can participate at any level. And I particularly have a passion for paddle racing, so as a race director, I really encourage people to kind of step it up to get an official time and get a finisher's hat and be part of the award ceremony at the finish line. But however you want to participate, this is an amazing event. So is a non-profit called Adventure Crew. An Adventure Crew works with schools, about 30 schools in the greater Cincinnati area, so in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, and gets about 1,000 inner city teens out into outdoor activities. So like hiking and climbing and skiing and paddle sports as well, and other activities. So it's a really cool organization, just getting people into environments that they wouldn't normally experience, so they can grow themselves, grow their relationships, and give them an opportunity they wouldn't normally have.
So I think it's a great opportunity to just circle back to the health, fitness, and community. So the reason why I decided to just sponsor this are multiple reasons. Is one, fitness. 2 is again the community relationship, and 3 is because of the Adventure Crew giving that money back to the community so they can just have their outdoor activities. So it's kind of a circle going back, and that's what really brought me to this profession.
We're very grateful to sponsors like Beacon Orthopedics, which cover all of the costs of Paddlefest, so that people, as you sign up, all of your registration is going to support Adventure Crew and their great work.
He showed me that we need to anchor on the water, and he will tell us the technique, and I will explain what that means in the mechanical way.
Let me just shorten the paddle so that I'm not going to put it through the floor like I would put it through the water, right? So the paddle stroke, really, you want to be using your big muscles. So if I would just tell you to go on paddleboard by yourself, you'd probably stand up straight and use your arms like this. And if you do that a lot, your arms are going to get quite tired. So to go fast, especially with racing, you want to be using your big muscles. So you want to be balancing using your legs, and then basically you're planting the paddle into the water, and then you're using your big back muscles and your hip muscles to drive yourself past the paddle. So you're actually pulling yourself past the paddle, not pulling the paddle through the water.
Basically what he's trying to tell us is that we shouldn't be engaging on our small muscles or joint. We have the core, which we have core muscle, chest muscle, back muscle, that are the one that help us to just develop more strength and speed without getting injured. So that's why for this sport, it's good to just do a lot of stretching before the sport. Still, we have time to develop or grow some strength and endurance on the chest, back muscles, core muscle, and stability. That will help to avoid some injuries. That the most common injuries are shoulder injury.
Yep.
We have some elbow injury, but then the next one is back injuries. So you have to have good also hamstring and quads. So those are the main injury prevention tips that we have for this event. Okay, just going on the healthy side of the on the orthopedic side of the event. So this Paddlefest helped to involve a big community that have different injuries. Most of them have injuries from impact activity, like runners that still want to be active, have been fit, and so these have zero impact on their legs other than the stability. When I went first time and saw the event, there was a guy that he said that he have, I think it was back pain. So he used a standing paddleboard and he went flat on the belly and put some cushion here, and he was completely like surfing. He used like a surfing table.
Yep.
And then he did the 9 bounce like that. So again, he got a back problem, he make it work, he's still fit, he did the whole activity. So I think you can modify us however you want, okay? But the most important is to be active, be out there and do something that help you in the fitness, and that also help you mentally.
So the sign up is on the website, it's ohioriverpaddlefest.org. But people need to know that you don't need to be an experienced paddler to be participating. In fact, if you don't even need your own kayak or canoe. You can hire a kayak and canoe for the event, which is really convenient. You can just pick it up at the start, paddle the 9 miles or 4.5 miles, and drop your boat off at the finish line, and then take the shuttle bus, the regular shuttle buses, which take you back to the beginning. So the logistics are all taken care of. You just need to show up, sign up, show up. Either do it as a recreational event or do it as a race.
We're gonna be there on August 2nd. It's a Saturday. It's again a big event. The night before we have like the kickoff.
Yep.
And there is also an amazing activity, and we will be there. This will be for me my 3rd year, and hopefully I continue on going with you guys. Okay.
Great.